Hey friendlies, I hope everyone's having a good weekend. Today is Sunday, July 1st, Canada Day. It's in the mid-30s, add the humidex and it's 44 degrees. So it is hot as It's day 2 of a 2-day so far heat wave. Yesterday was just as hot, just as muggy. It's one of those days, where you're in the air-conditioned house and you open the door and it's like you're walking face first into a huge tongue. But things have to get done, so I had 3 buddies come over and help me build that. I know that some of you guys have been hearing about this fence that I've been planning to build for, well, a year now. Last year was it 2 years ago? No, it was last year or 2 years ago. I think it was last year. Let's call it last year. We had like a cedar hedge about 3 feet high. Took it all out, put it in the front yard. Took down the frost fence that was there a few years back, actually, because it was ugly. And last year I had the post holes dug down 4 or 5 feet for the concrete footings, poured my footings. Simon, who some of you know quite well from my live streams and from the EDC video, he came and helped me mix up my cement and pour it down the sonotubes. Put those metal mountings on, which you can probably just see at the bottom, like right there. So yeah, we finally just got everything up, stained, built. Cedar fence with treated cedar posts, which I've painted gray to match the gates I built over there and the balcony. Eventually we'll do along the back, and then there's a little chunk near the garage as well that has to be done next year. But anyways, that's been my weekend. I didn't go to any parades. Some municipalities canceled their Canada Day stuff because last time it was this hot, 8 people died apparently. So aside from that, other news for this week is that on Thursday we're going glamping. Okay, we're headed out to a campsite in the Saguenay. It's one of these that has like pre-made like part wood, part canvas tents with a gas stove and thankfully a fire pit. We're gonna go do some whale watching. There's gonna be some bushcrafties because, as you know, I'm turning my little girl into Little Miss Bushcraft, so I think maybe I'll try to have her light the first fire. I don't know how much video I can shoot because it's a family trip, but I'll shoot something. I'll get at least one short video done while we're out there. Then later on this summer, Camille and I are doing a father-daughter camping trip with the tent near Kamouraska, I think, or no, Yamaska, one of the Askas. So what I'm gonna do maybe today, if I can stop feeling like such a boiled slug, I'm gonna go through our camping gear because we haven't used our camping gear in years. Last time when we went camping, herself and I were still childless. So I'm gonna go through it, see if anything needs to be maintenance-ized. I know we got a couple of Opinel knives. I just want to make sure the wood hasn't swollen due to dampness in the basement or anything. The usual stuff. So I'm going to do that tonight. Now, here's the thing. You guys have seen the cooking utensils and stuff that I bring to the bush. You know that I'm as close to a no plastic allowed zone as it's possible to come. But it ain't just me going. Ease of use is a factor. Another factor is, we bought all this stuff sort of back when I was a little more, not easygoing, but I didn't really have a certain philosophy solidified yet pertaining to plastics. So this GSI, I think it's GSI. Hold on, it'll stay on the... Yeah, so this GSI Outdoors 4-person, like a family cooking and eating kit. We got it. May as well use it because I don't have family size collections of anything for my bushcraft kit. Now another thing is I'm gonna bring the 10 centimeter tea can, the Falcon enamelware for my morning tea, but I'm not bringing my Moore's pot or any of that stuff because it just, the context is wrong, but I think that all this is going to be very, very cool regardless. So I'm looking forward to it. Now, another thing we got to think about is like tools and stuff. Obviously, I'm bringing probably my hand hatchet, my buddy hatchet, the Wetterlings, and probably my SFA, the Gransfers SFA. I'm just looking through this bag of stuff that the woman and I took last time we went camping, those many years ago, like one of these, right? Which actually, let's see if it works. Huh. Wow. Okay, there ain't a lot left, but I'm impressed that that works because I literally, Camille wasn't in the world yet, so we're talking like 10 years ago. Well, maybe more like 8. Firelighters. I mean, just to show you guys like what kind of camper I used to be, which is legit, by the way. Oh yeah, these are some little anti-mosquito citronella candles we got from the dollar store back then. You know, stuff like that. Like, I picked this up just in case, but these never really work, right? These like little hand chainsaws. Commando saw. Stainless steel commando saw. By Collins. Bought that from a sale. I have some of those little GI style can openers, but for this camping trip I may keep this just to make things easier on the glamping side of things. Dry sack. But yeah, I'm gonna bring my woodlore, probably the Canadian belt knife, just to sort of finish off my my month's use before doing a full-on review of it. I may bring the Garberg, put it through its paces a bit more because it hasn't gotten a lot of use, because I really want to finish up with the Canadian belt knife, the cold steel, before I switch it up, you know. As I said, a couple of axes, probably my my silky saw. Might bring the buck saw, I'm not sure. Probably, actually. The thing is, like, these campsites, they sell firewood, right? And they say don't go chopping down trees, so like it's not that important to have a lot of cutting implements, but I do like having a lot of cutting implements. Hey, what about a shout out? I haven't done one of those in like months. What do you think? Yeah? Today's shout out is to a fellow Canuck, which is fitting for Canada Day. The channel is Daisy's Out There. She's very cool. I think she's in either Toronto itself or somewhere in the GTA anyway. Does some cool stuff, some hiking and whatnot. She did a video very recently. She went to a blacksmithing class at Toronto Blacksmith, which I would love to try. Earlier this morning she had 455 subs, and she's now at 456. I did put a link to her on my Facebook page, so any of you who are on my Facebook page, take a look. Cool. I don't think she's quite a bushcrafter, but she's very outdoorsy. Definitely worth look. Watch a couple of videos. Definitely worth it, and I think you'll probably some of you might really like her enough to sub. I definitely did. So yeah, that's my shout out for this week. Thanks for watching the shout out segment. So as I always say, if you like what I'm doing, then please comment down below. I want to know 2 things this time. One, when you go hit the bush with the family, do you go glamping? Do you go like tent camping, trailer, or is it straight up bushcraft even when the family's with you? Second thing, do you guys want to see me bring back the shoutouts? Have any of you discovered anyone cool through them? Or should I just forget about it? It's not, nobody's picking up anything new from them. Aside from that, share the video, it helps me a lot. Subscribe if you're not already. If you have already subscribed, then hit that little bell and leave me a smiley thumb. If you don't like what I'm doing, leave me a frowny thumb. Thanks for watching, guys.